guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Monday, which means it's a Cricut tutorial, and today is a designy tutorial. Make sure you let me know if you guys don't want to see these videos anymore, if you want to see more of them. Today I'm showing you guys how to design PNGs in PicMonkey. PicMonkey.com is a website that you can just go to, and it's super fun and easy for designing, just really user-friendly, and it's one of my go-to places when I'm just in the mood to kind of make something really fast and I don't need to put too much like curvy stuff in it, and I just want to use some really cool fonts that they have. I do subscribe to their $4.99 a month. I've been a subscriber for a long time. There's a link down below that you guys can have a free trial of their entire design stuff. You'll notice that things have little crowns by them. That is only for people who pay that $4.99 a month. It's totally worth it for me though, because there's a lot of times when I'm trying to design something and those fonts are just really cute, so I work with those. So let's get going. Let's go.
Show you just a little bit of a tutorial on PicMonkey and how you can create layered words, and just a really simple tutorial for anyone who doesn't have a lot of design experience but like something super easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the design part of PicMonkey. You'll just go right to PicMonkey.com, and then it'll open it up. It'll look different because they change it depending on the season. So you can either just click this, or you can pick a blank canvas or use templates, which I just realized they had. They did not have that last time I was on this web page, so that's exciting. But that's not for designing on Cricut yet, until I figure it all out. Okay, so basically this is all new. So we're going to learn it kind of together, but I'm going to teach you. Okay, so let's just go with an 8 by 10, I guess. That's just our canvas size. You can always change your canvas size by cropping. Say we want to make it a square. I like to design in a square for some reason. So then we're going to go over here to this text, and I'm going to show you how I like to design so that I can have different layers of PNGs, so I can just import them into Cricut in different ways. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all of my design work on PicMonkey. So let's pick. So the nice thing is they do have all of your own fonts right here, and they have their fonts. I do subscribe to their $4.99 a month, and all of these little crowns are available if you do subscribe to that, just because I use this so often. I come here for just really fast touch-ups and things like that. So there's a link down in the description if you guys want to check out the I like a free trial of this as well. But I really love it because they do have some really cool fonts. But then I also have some really cool fonts that I'm always downloading. So I like the fact that I can use my own fonts. So one of my favorite fonts obviously is Walter or Walter Grass, because it's Disney. So I'm going to just show you guys how I would do something with this. And we're going to do add text. And then we're just going to type in, let's do Little Sister, since I have to do a shirt on that anyways. So we're going to make this the size that we want it, and then we really need to just design them all together to visualize what it's going to look like. So let's do another text. We want to keep these separate because we're going to make them different colors, and we want to make them different layers when we bring them into Design Space. So I'm going to do Little Sister, and then I'm going to make that big. And if it starts to pop out, it just go down to the next level, it just means that your text box is not wide enough. So this is your text box, and then this is the size of your actual font, which you could also highlight and make larger as well. So I don't like it all Walt font, so that doesn't look like Sister anymore. That looks like not Sister. Let's just make something cute, find something cute that we like. So that's not bad. So let's do Little Sister. And then I'll show you a real quick trick how I make a little Mickey head if I want to. So then they've got a bunch of cool stuff over here that you can play around with, but for this sake, I'm just going to stick to the text and the shapes. You can also add your own, so if you have any of your own PNGs, you can design with those. So down here they have these geometric shapes and hearts, and then they get some pretty extensive stuff like some arrows, which you can use too, but we're going to stick with hearts and arrows, or hearts and circles and geometric shapes. So if you want to make a really simple Mickey head, you just start with a circle make another circle, make it a little bit smaller, put it where the ear would be. And then once you get that ear the right size, you just Command-C, Command-V, or copy-paste. There you have a Mickey head. But basically, that's how you make a really simple Mickey head. Let's say we wanted to do this with some type of cute background. So let's put this kind of cool thing back here, and let's change the color. Let's change it to lime green and send it to the back. Now, we can design all of these, and they don't have to be this color when we actually use them. So the nice thing is you can design it, and then obviously you cut out of different vinyls and things like that. So we will choose the colors later when we actually do the project. So what we want to do now is save this into different layers. So we are going to delete. So once we have it all ready, okay, say, okay, I like that. Actually, for design elements and to remind me that I want to put little in a different color later on, let's just keep it in separate colors. That way, it just is a mental reminder that when I put it in design space, that I want it to be a different color. This little guy is going to be the hardest to work with. I would suggest that if you work with Mickey a lot, just to make a Mickey design and save him and use him in Cricut Design Space. And then just delete him when you're doing this. Okay, so we are going to start with him. We're going to delete this, delete this, delete this. We are going to go over to our canvas color and make it transparent. Then we're going to save, and we're going to apply, and we're going to save this as, we're going to call this Little Sister Part 1. Save it as a PNG. Let's save it just to the desktop, and let's save it. So now that's a transparent background. Let's do undo, 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 undo. And actually, I'm going to delete this now because we're done with it. And I'm going to turn the canvas color blank transparent first so I don't have to keep going back and doing that every time I do this. So now we're going to save the square. So we're going to delete those two parts. Save. Little Sister Part 2. Not 23. That would be a very extensive project. So now we're going to undo, undo, now delete this guy. And one of the things that I can do is I could either save this as one layer, and if I did want it as two different colors, I could cut it on my vinyl to be, put vinyl here of one color and vinyl here of one color. But, and also to save space, I could get this even closer, and then I can cut them apart and move them around on my actual project. So for that sake, I am going to do it, and it will save as pink, so it will remind me that I want to use a different color for that. So we're going to save Little Sister Part 3. So this is definitely not the most efficient way to do 3-layered projects, but it definitely works and it's super easy. So now we're going to go over to Cricut Design Space. I'm already working on a project, so let's just save this. And let's save this as shirts we're working on for another video. I'm going to save that. And then we're going to do a new project. So file, new. And then we're going to upload images. This is also one of the least efficient ways because when you upload PNGs, you have to work with each layer individually. If you upload an SVG, it has all the layers inside of it, which I will show you guys on Illustrator how to do those. But like I said, if you are don't have Illustrator or you don't want to use Design Space for some reason, PicMonkey is a really awesome way. It just gives you a lot more design elements, I feel like, than Design Space sometimes, and it gets like your creative juice flowing a little bit more. So I'll save that as a print then cut because it's got some color in it just in case I want it later for some reason to print it. So now it's there in my gallery. I'm going to upload the next 2 parts of our project, which was the rectangle, which honestly I probably wouldn't upload just a rectangle. I'm just showing you for different purposes if this was like a flower or another word or something cool, because I could just find a rectangle in Cricut Design Space. So I probably wouldn't do this in real life. And since these are PNGs, you already have your transparent background. You don't have to delete anything on this next step. Like I'll show you if this was a JPEG and it had a white background. On this step right here, it would show all white, and I could click right here and it would delete all of that to tell me that I wanted to just cut the little Mickey guy. So we're just gonna save him as a cut. Let's tag him Mickey guy. We'll do little Mickey guy. So now we've got our 3 pieces, and we're gonna click them all, and we're going to insert images into our project, and you'll see that they are ready to go. Let's turn this guy back to green so that I can visualize what I'm trying to do here. And obviously our little Mickey guy is hiding. He's back here. And you'll see that he's now bigger because Cricut turns them into, I'm pretty sure it turns them into vectors so they can be real big. And then our guy right here is just a little bit too small. So you will see that since we saved this as a print and cut, it's still showing as pink and black. That is for me to remember if I'm using vinyl that I want to do 2 different colors. But when I change this over right here to cut, if you don't know what all these buttons do, check out my how to use Design Space video because I go into detail on that. So now it's registering as 1 color because it's saying I just want to cut that all at one time. So when I click go, it's going to get my Mickey head ready on a blackboard, get my green mat ready for my green, and this. Now that is a lot of processing to do. What I would actually do, so now I would take a pink piece of vinyl and put it right here, and a black piece of vinyl and put it right here. Just be really careful, and I'd actually move this right to a line, a cut line, so that I can be even more precise and line my vinyl up right on that line so that I have no room for error. If it's up in the corner and this is kind of like floating in the middle of these lines, you really have to be careful when you put your vinyl. I've done it a lot and it'll just be off just a little bit. So move your design, if you're changing the colors out, right to a line. And when I was designing this, I probably should have given it a little bit more space because I can always move these once they're cut out. So now you see I have 3 design boards. I'm gonna go back and remember what colors I wanna do these in and do them all in gray because we want this to register that we're gonna cut them all on one board and save ourselves time and energy. So now I have different grays. I knew that was going to happen. So this guy is actually registering as a different gray because he's like a custom color. Let's put him as just regular gray because any slightly different color says you're using a different vinyl. So let's put this guy up in the corner. Let's put him down here in the corner, and let's put this right on the line. So what I would do then while I was cutting would be I would put green vinyl here, pink vinyl right here, black vinyl right here on my mat, and whatever color I wanted my Mickey head right here. If I wanted him black, I could just pop him right here next to the sister and just put black right here. So that's a good way to save space when you're doing vinyl or iron-on, and time and product. So just make sure that you're doing all that good stuff. So I hope that helped you guys. And if you're gonna use PicMonkey, check out the link in my description and all that good stuff. And I'm going to start coming out with a lot more design tutorials, so give me some questions that you guys have because I want to make sure that I'm covering all of our bases. If you guys don't have a Cricut, check out the links below. Love you guys. Bye.